Do you think you've been very harsh, one woman to another? I mean, you've just used the phrase, she is not fit to be part of the royal family, yet we saw her there, you know, consoling her husband with her hand in the small of his back, holding his hand, being gracious and charming and looking decorous and delightful. I mean, why would you describe her as unfit for royalty?
Well, she's not fit because she doesn't want to behave as if she's the wife of the sixth in line to the throne. She likes to lead. She likes it to be all about her. She wants to be out there in front. I don't mean she's not fit because she's not clever enough or beautiful enough or anything like that, but she just hated it. She hated being told what to do. She hated the protocols. So that's why I don't think she's right for it at all.
I'm going to bring Emily back in because Emily's body language is certainly signalling that she may disagree with you.
That's fine.
Well, I just thought in those pictures on Saturday, Meghan looked incredibly nervous, and I think she was really, really trying to do her best at what was a very, very difficult opportunity. I obviously completely... she has said some very negative things about the royal family. It was a real culture clash, her coming into the British royal family. She didn't really understand what it was about. I know Angela thinks she didn't make enough of an effort. I think it was a very, very difficult situation. I think there is blame. I think it's much more nuanced, Angela, than perhaps you give it credit for. I think there was blame on both sides, and obviously it all blew up into Megxit. But I think that on Saturday, Meghan absolutely was trying her hardest and to be what she ought to be, a dutiful wife and a respectful member of the royal family. You know, Angela, she is a member of the royal family. You can't say that she's not fit to be. She is a member of the royal family in a personal capacity. The Queen said several times that she loved Harry and Meghan. Charles has said they love Harry and Meghan. And I don't think it's for any of us to deem whether she's fit or not.
I'll just bring in Rupert because I think he concurs.
Well, I absolutely... I know it's been very difficult for all the royal family to deal with the fallout from this, and Emily's absolutely right. The nuances and what she has said in some of those interviews is hurtful. But actually, that moment when she's out there, you actually realise could have been and should be a force for good for the royal family, because it did, when she was greeting people, she was nervous because she knows there's...
Everything, if she puts her foot wrong, she's going to be crucified.
Let me ask Angela a question. Angela, do you feel any guilt? Do you feel that you have been responsible for fueling a kind of anti-Meghan faction that has been spiteful and targeting and possibly fanciful as well? Quite a lot of what's been said about her has been pretty much manufactured anyway.
Well, it's up to you what you think of me.
I'm asking if you think that of yourself. I'm not saying what I think of you.
Well, of course not, because I think the talking to Oprah Winfrey was a disgrace. There are at least 17 lies there. I think she's attacked the royals completely unnecessarily. I think she's changed Harry to be a sort of walking victim.
But hang on, but that means that you consider him a sap, someone so malleable, and of course he's you know, served very bravely in Mortal Kombat. He's not the kind of guy that can be pushed around, is he?
I don't have to justify myself to you. I'm not in court. I make it. This is my view. This is what I've said. People ask me questions and I answer them honestly to what I've said. I follow them very closely. I spent 15 months with Prince Harry. The Prince Harry I knew was absolutely charming, instinctive like his mother, full of fun. And now he looks, when he's out, you know, incredibly unhappy and very, very tense and resentful.
I wonder if you're just rehashing that kind of biblical story that we've all heard so many times before of the evil temptress and the trusting and vulnerable man who is gullible and malleable in her hands. And I wonder whether, you know, it's based on any kind of real knowledge about her personality and what she truly feels and thinks. Because after all, how can you know? How can any of us really know?
Well, that's your view. My view is if I'm asked a question, I answer it in the way I think, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's a question about what you base your thoughts on, whether you've just imagined it, whether you're projecting, whether you really know, whether you actually have experience, whether they're facts, whether it's conjecture. You know, you say what you think, but what are the thoughts based on is the question, isn't it?
My brother didn't attack me. If you want to attack me, you shouldn't invite me on. Because
I don't think I'm attacking you. I'm just asking you.
No, you're not just asking me. You've got an agenda there to attack me. And so I think
I certainly haven't. I've got no agenda at all. No agenda at all, but I certainly am aware that people feel that. For example, we were talking at the beginning of the programme about comments made about Meghan, weren't we? And it was being said that she had said that she wouldn't go on the walk battle, that she would only go if she was followed by Netflix cameras, this kind of thing. And that was false. It was completely false.
Angela tweeted about that.
And I mean, it's been suggested that you were one of the people tweeting that, and apparently there's no factual evidence for that at all. I mean, if you're going to tell me that there is, that's fine.
I don't have to tell you anything, and I don't really think I want to be invited on to this programme and then to be treated in this manner. So,
well, I hope you haven't felt that I've treated you discourteously. I was only wondering whether you might have felt that Meghan might deserve, I don't know, more compassion and maybe a more, maybe a more sort of forgiving reception, possibly. That's all I was asking you. Anyway, I'm very grateful for you coming on the programme, and thank you very much indeed. That is Angela Levin, and she is the biographer of Prince Harry and also...
Hey everyone! Welcome back to Royal Sussex Squad. If you love Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and you're tired of the endless negativity thrown their way, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the latest ridiculous attacks on Meghan and exposing the hypocrisy of those who continue to slander her. And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and if you want to support independent coverage of the Sussexes, let's get into it. So here we go again. Another day, another attempt to tear Meghan down for simply existing. This time we have so-called royal experts claiming that Meghan is not fit to be in the royal family. Excuse me? Meghan, who has shown grace, dignity and unwavering support for her husband, is somehow unfit? Let's be real. This isn't about royal protocols or traditions, it never was. This is about a strong, intelligent, biracial woman daring to stand in her own power and not play by the outdated, oppressive rules that the British media expected her to follow. And the fact that she and Harry left the toxicity behind, that's what really burns them. They wanted Meghan to fail, but instead she's thriving, and that's what drives them mad. Now, let's talk about the laughable claim that Meghan hated the royal family. Really, Meghan embraced her role with the kind of dedication that should have been celebrated. She launched projects like the Together Cookbook to support Grenfell survivors, championed women's empowerment through smart works, and gave speeches that actually resonated with people. What did she get in return? Relentless bullying, racist smears, and a royal institution that failed to protect her. And let's not even start on the claim that she somehow changed Harry into a walking victim. Harry has always been outspoken about the pain he endured within the royal system. Long before Meghan, he talked about how the press destroyed his mother, how he struggled with mental health, and how he wanted a different life. But when he finally took control of his destiny, the narrative suddenly changed. They want us to believe that Meghan manipulated him, as if Harry, who served in combat, built the Invictus Games, and has consistently been his own man, isn't capable of making his own choices. The disrespect. The reality is, Harry and Meghan were never the problem. The problem is the outdated hierarchical system that refuses to evolve, the biased media that profits off of smearing them, and the bitter voices who can't stand to see them happy, successful and free. And let's not forget, if the royal family truly believed Meghan was unfit, why did Queen Elizabeth herself publicly express love and support for her? Why does King Charles still claim he loves Harry and Meghan? Because deep down they all know the truth. The Sussexes were an asset, and their departure was a huge loss for the monarchy. So to everyone still clinging to the false narrative that Meghan was unfit, here's a reality check. She wasn't unfit for the royal family. The royal family was unfit for her. That's it for today's episode of Royal Sussex Squad. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment below. And if you want to support independent coverage of the Sussexes, don't forget to send a super thanks. Until next time, stay positive, stay informed, and always support Harry and Meghan.